look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. Like you're doing all this for a reason. And what happens most of the time, people change. People change around you because they start treating you different because of your success.
What's up, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and make sure those notification bells is turned on. And share the content, man. Jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Yes, sir, man. So you already know. This is a video, man, about Shakur Stevenson, man. He has some interesting comments, man, that I just want to get into, man. And he recently had a fight against Robson Consayo. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. The guy was a former gold medalist, man. 17-1 at the time. You know, Shakur Stevenson is 19-0 with 9 knockouts, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, and he's 25 years of age. In their recent bout, he had to Shakur, meaning had to give up his belts because he could not make weight. And he said that felt like it was going to be a risk to his health and his life is more important, which is all understandable. Which means, man, it's time for that guy to move up in weight class, man, at 135. But the comments, I quote, whatever weight class I'm in is going to be dominated by me. Now, my question to you guys is just as simple as this, because I guess Shakur just feel like he the man.
I'm the man up in this piece.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what he feel like. He the man up in this piece, as Denzel said. Because I mean, you gotta think that, like I did in my video, my top 10 pound for pound boxes. Shakur, I had him at number 6. And I also mentioned that I believe, as far as skill set wise goes, that I think he's probably, if not the best skilled fighter in all of boxing, not just his weight class. Former WBO, WBC, and WBA featherweight champion, man. That's what he was. But my question again is, do you think his lack of power will affect his skill set once he move up? Because no matter how skilled you are, I mean, there's only a few fighters, a la Floyd Mayweather, that though in his prime, Mayweather was knocking jokers out, but as he became Money Mayweather, you know, he used more of his skill, ring IQ, and ring generalship to get a lot of his victories. Shakur obviously goes the distance a lot with only 9 KOs out of his 19 wins. So when you thinking about him moving up to, 135 with a heavy hitters, Javante Tank Davis, unified champion Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, and Joe Cardina, and also even Gary Russell Jr. Those are potential big fights for Shakur Stevens once he moves up, or if he moves up, well, he has to move up to that division. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's really nobody else there for him at 130. So if he's looking for those major fights and opportunities, maybe he may need to take on a Gary Russell Jr. or a Joe Cordina, or let's say if they can make the Lomachenko fight happen right away for him. But will his lack of power be a problem for him against some of those heavy hitters and top dogs? Because when all of those guys that I named have a tremendous skill set, just as well as Shakur does. We all know Tank Davis, out of all the guys, have the knockout power more than all of those guys. Now, if I throw Teofimo Lopez in that equation, then you have to mention him as well. But those guys that I just named, when you think of Shakur Stevenson, you think of skill set. Like a perfect match for him right now coming out would be, I say, unified champion Devin Haney. But then you also have Lomachenko as well, which I think would be an interesting contest. Because Lomachenko, though he starts off slow, he's a very skilled fighter. Gary Russell doesn't fight enough, but is a skilled fighter, obviously, with super lightning quick hands. Tank Davis, which I keep saying over and over again, doesn't get the credit for being such a skilled fighter. It's more focused on its power. But when you watch them fight Rolly, what he was doing in some instances of that fight was playing possum to Rolly because he knew that Rolly was an aggressive opponent, and he figured out as the fight went on, he was able to time Rolly. Movements, speed, power, and he used that off the back foot and hit him with that straight left that pretty much put him out night quill. So I need you guys to jump in the comments, man. Let me know what you guys think about Shakur Stevenson. Will his lack of power diminish his skill set against some of those top heavy hitters in the game that got just as good a skill set as he does, but has more power? Let me know what you think, man. If you haven't already, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share that notification. Share the content. Jump in the comments, man. Again, let's get it. Until next time.
People look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same, like you're doing all this for a reason. And what happens most of the time, people change. People change around you because they start treating you different because of your success.